plenty of issues to talk about, and we're going to talk a little bit now about Spain's start. Let's go to Teco, because there's no doubt that Spain surprised Italy. They were quick out of the blocks, and they had a golden opportunity in the 13th minute that they should have scored.
They should that they got, and you look at how they created those opportunities. We spoke about high press, and this is expected Italy to do that, but this is the chance that they created where you're expecting Ireland to be able to have that first touch, you know, because he came to his stronger leg, which is his left, and then that's a good run. And then you can see the struggle that Italy are having, especially defensively, in that two pair with Bonucci and Chiellini, because there's a false nine, there's nobody marking there, so they're forever not sure whether to step in, and once they step in, that's the space that Spain are utilizing for everybody to use.
Dwight, was he off balance there? Because you would like to see him take it in his stride.
Yeah, I think it was a well-weighted pass, and it's just probably lack of concentration, anxious to get the shot off instead of control the ball first, then actually try to get the ball on target. Instead, he was a little bit anxious, in my opinion. But having said all of that, Neil, I thought the Spanish has been very exciting, very entertaining. The dominate position. The one thing that we can say with all the domination, that they're lacking that cutting edge in front of goal. When you dominate in a game like you are against arguably the best team in the competition to this point, you've got to convert. It may come back to haunt them, but certainly very good start where the Spains are concerned.
Joseph, it was end-to-end stuff, really, because the Italians had a chance themselves, and we'll have a look at this. This was a free-flowing move. The keeper's committed himself, just maybe that pass inside a little bit heavy.
Yes, you can see after the first 20 minutes, the Italians started coming into the game. Yeah, that was a good ball, and then the keeper is in no man's land. You know, he committed himself, and that could have cost his team. But overall, give credit to the Spanish team. They've really come out. The block started really well, and Italy is just beginning to get their rhythm back, which we expected in the early stage of the game, and that didn't happen. But that could have been a clear chance for the goal because the keeper was already out his line.
You've got to get the shot off there, Neil, isn't he? I mean, at the end of the day, you're kind of chasing the game at that particular time. You got that one opportunity. Even if you just pull the trigger, block, at least you try. But when it wastes like that, it's kind of frustrated from a manager perspective.
Let's get Stanton's take on this first half. Stanton, it's been a very entertaining at this stage, but lots still to play for.
Yeah, entertaining indeed, but I think that the Spanish came up with a tactical plan that the Italians can't answer, you know. Just looking at that false nine causing so many problems. Almo is the player that's playing the false nine, and Olazabal as well as Torres on the other side exploiting those spaces. But we were chatting during the game is that Bonucci and Chiellini are not marking any players. Now they're scared to be dragged into the middle of the park because that would create the space that the Spanish team is looking for. So it's a tactical battle there. Looking forward to the changes that both teams will make. And as Dwight says, you know, the dominance of Spain without taking advantage of that and scoring could possibly come back to bite them, because I suspect Italy will change it up in the second half and come out a different team.
Yeah, if you look at it defensively, Joseph, as much as Spain have had all that possession, they've had a couple of half chances, Chiellini and team haven't really been over troubled. Just this one moment, which was perhaps a fortunate bounce, but a good save. Other than that, Donnarumma hasn't really been worked.
Yes, no, there haven't been clear-cut chances, but the problem that both central defenders, Chiellini and Bonucci, have had is they're struggling to mark somebody because they're playing a false nine, which you last have mentioned. When you play a false nine, you're forced as a centre-back to come out, and that's leaving a space in the middle. So you can see the Spaniards have more dominance. They're overloaded in the middle. So for the two centre-backs, most times they're not marking anyone because it's a false nine. One of them needs to take the initiative and the leadership quality and come in the middle to support the midfield. Because if they stay flat, they're always flat at the back, it's going to cause them a lot of troubles. This formation and the element of surprise which the Spaniards have brought in this game is giving the Italian defense some issues.
We're going to have a look at the Emerson Woodward chance right at the end of the half, which probably balanced the chances out at Teco. And the Italians, though, will have wanted more from themselves going forward. But if that hits the underside of the bar, it's in.
Yeah, of course. With Emerson, we've seen him that he's brave enough to go forward and add numbers and be able to support Insigne. And with Italians, I think this is one moment that actually we're able to find Insigne out wide. And this is what he does best. You know, he commits players, he comes inside, and Emerson, you know, hit the target. It's just unfortunate that it didn't go in.
So, Dwight, who blinks first in terms of going to the substitutes bench, and who needs it more?
I think that the Italians will be the one to force the issue because they've been pushed back a little bit further than we anticipated. So I'm looking at someone, my Locatelli, maybe want to come on because he's got a great, he's a more forward attacking mind midfield a little bit, and with the both of them not having someone they could afford to push another midfield up to try and put higher press certainly on Busquets in that midfield. So that's something to look at. I would think that the Italians might be the first because the Spanish are the ones that are making all the inroads at the moment.
Okay, guys, thanks very much. It's been fascinating so far. Who is going to blink first? We're about to find out. We'll go back to Martin Tyler and Alan Smith. Reminder of your commentary options. We've got Swahili with Edgo Kumbwada, Salama Jabir, both of those in Swahili. And Marek is Marcus Agdew. Portuguese commentary for you. Masondo, and Swana commentary with Seppo Mayamani. So it's all happening as far as commentary is concerned. You have your choice. It's 0-0 at half-time, and it's a fascinating tactical battle. Who is going to take it in the second half? Stay tuned. We're back with live action from Wembley after this.